Alright, here I am at Woodway Park. Now, I've done a couple videos on this place before talking about some paranormal experiences that I'd had here, but I am putting my full trust in Father God that there won't be any more instances and that I can utilize this park for the better because it is a good place to go. It's short distance, which means I'm not wasting gas and I'm not wasting time. So it is a brisk, cool morning, very brisk. And it's going to take a little bit getting warmed up, but I'll get there. My fingertips are already cold. I'll get back at you in a little bit. Okay, so here I am. I'm now on the trail, and it is so very cold. Seriously, it is so cold. Now, I've not been on this trail to literally use it as an exercise for over a year now. Seriously. But I'm going to use it now because, like I said, we're not wasting gas or time. I can hardly wait till I actually warm up because it is so cold. As I was driving by one of the schools, they happened to have a marquee board up that reads the temperature, and it read 32. But the good news is it's supposed to reach up to 51, somewhere around in there. It's a little mucky through here. Like around November, somewhere like that, we ended up with a whole lot of rain and we had flooding. So there's still a little bit of a murkiness here. But as I get up on higher ground, it won't be so bad. So there's just certain areas that gets mucky like that. On the whole part, the trail stays decently dry. But yeah, I can hardly wait till I warm up. And it should happen because, I mean, like right now, I'm on the red trail. They go by color code, which represents difficulty. And the red trail is pretty flat all the way around with small slopes here and there. And then the green trail, which the red goes into, has got a little steeper slopes. And then there's the yellow trail that actually runs here into the red trail, and it's not too bad. And then there's the blue trail, and it's got some steep ones, but it's relatively short. The longest trail on this system happens to be the green trail, the red trail being the second longest. Anyway, I used to enjoy walking this. I almost walked it ritually, and I stopped coming here after I experienced that paranormal. But when I was walking it, I was getting stronger, you know, and I was losing weight, but I kind of sabotaged myself as well because I was failing to just eat when hungry. I was eating whenever I wanted. And so my weight loss was a little slow. It took me a long time to lose less than 30 pounds, honestly. It took me most of the year. Actually took me close to 2 years. Honestly, it took me close to 2 years. So I'm losing weight a lot faster now. But my body is in total rebellion, wanting so much to hold on to what it had developed. It actually had forgotten how much it once weighed and that it was so good. It actually forgot. So now I am having to shift gears and not only continue the hunger and fullness, but just seriously kick into high gear and add toning and strength training. And anybody who may not know, but I'm sure by now everybody does, the more muscle you've got, the stronger the stronger your metabolism. So by my toning and me doing the planks and stuff, I'm strengthening my muscles, which means I'm strengthening my metabolism. And I am determined to get over this hump that my body's trying to hold on to. And I'm expecting to have a dramatic change in the next 30 days. Now, there's only 2 days left in this 30 days. So I'm not going to be in the 80s after all. And that is maddening. It's maddening. I will share more of that with you in my journey vlog. But I'm determined. By day 180, there's going to be a dramatic change and drop. Watch and see. I'm not giving up. I'm not quitting. Anybody quitting out there? I hope not, because seriously, we've got this, y'all. We've got to be strong. We've got to be strong. We've got to hold on, and we got to fight. Fat has had a hold on us too long, and it's time for us to get dead serious and not let it win. Victory is ours, everyone. Victory is ours. So, I'll get right back at you in a little bit. Alright. I am now getting ready to go into the second half of the trail, which honestly isn't exactly the second half, but I consider it that because before long I'll be starting onto the green trail. Anyway, what I wanted to mention is that right now, currently, I am on a personal step challenge that is not through Fitbit. Someone else is using a smartwatch for a pedometer. So, you know, this is basically pedometer racing. And they just got hold of me to inform me they're already at 10,000 steps just by cleaning house. And here I am hiking, and I'm just now over 2,000, which actually by now I'd be over 3,000 steps. It's my guess that smartwatch might have picked up the arm movements, but I absolutely could be wrong. So by tonight, we are going to reveal how many steps we've done today. And tomorrow, on my journey vlog, I will tell you who won. But, you know, I join the Fitbit challenges all the time, but I've never been personally challenged that was not through Fitbit. So this is interesting, and I love honest challenges like this. I accept challenges. I do. Now, I just got done hiking up a decently steep trail while talking to you, and I'm only partially out of breath. I'm still able to talk to you, so that's an achievement. Before, some time ago, getting up that, I would either have to stop and take a breath or forget even talking to anybody. So I'll accept that too. Anyway, I'm starting to warm up. My fingertips are still cold, but that's a minor. The rest of me is warming up. And so it can also mean that the temperature is rising as well. Well, on the whole part, I've got my body warmed up. So that's the one good thing about hiking these trails. If you can just tolerate the nip for a little bit, the rest is so much better because you're finally heated up. So yeah. I'll get back with you after a while. All right. I'm actually on lower ground right now, and as I'd mentioned before, back like in November, there was a flood. We had had a lot of rains, and so the lake overflowed. And I just got out of an area that was still pretty sticky for a long way. It just hasn't completely dried up yet. And even here, there's tons of debris and wood. The lake really got up high, really high. There's a bridge across the lake, and there's a park on the other side of that bridge. And we was taking his mother with us to go eat out, and we saw the lake and how high up into that other park it was. I mean, it was flooded so high that it was almost up to the entryway of that park. And that park, it's not a very small park at all. So the waters really got high, really high. And the last time me and my husband drove by, the lake was still somewhat over the banks of that other park. So it took a long time for the lake to get down to its normal size. And for the ground to dry up, and probably in part because of it being winter, there's no real heat to dehydrate it. But I want you to see this. And I'm going to tell you right now, normally this isn't this high. Normally, it's not. Over there is a picnic table. Now, it's old. It's been sitting there for a long time. The cement on the tabletop, because they done the benches in cement, so as you could tell, the tabletop is literally busted and everything. It's really old. But the lake is seriously up. This isn't its regular resting seat. Not normally. It's a lot lower than this. So, like, along through here where it's flooded is the old road that used to be a part of this park. It drove down here to the boat ramp, which is further up. So yeah, this it's going to take a little while longer for the waters to completely abate and get down to where they normally sit. It's going to take a little while. But anyway, yeah, I had to walk through some muck and take my time about it because, oh, sorry about that. About slapped myself in the head with a limb. Anyway, as it happens, it's also more or less kind of messed up these lower trails. You almost don't recognize them. You almost don't know where you're going. But it's a good thing I've walked this a lot, or I would really get turned around. My goodness. You would seriously think that I had lost the trail. There's so much debris. My goodness. This is crazy. Okay, so just got across a flowing creek that they had to do a makeshift board over, and I'm grateful for that. Normally that creek is dry and you can walk right across the creek bed. So yeah, that flood got the dry creeks flowing and really made a mess of these old trails. I'm not sure how many miles in I'm in. We'll go down this way. A little bit more of a workout. This kind of splits in two ways. You can either go the upper way, which is pretty well level, and then this, which is a little bit of a workout. Anyway, if I remember right, said that round trip this is something like 5 miles. I should have had my GPS running, but I'm wearing my Fitbit, so even though I don't have a map running, at least I've still got my steps and miles going. So I just won't know what time I made. Alright, so I am a little over halfway done now. I'm back up on higher land. That flood broke off the boat ramp, so they had to put a right barrier around the perimeter so people wouldn't drive off of it. So yeah, that flood done some damage, and this has been flooded before and it didn't do that. So this must have been pretty bad. I'm feeling really good, and I'm still full of energy. And the last time I looked on my app, I was over 5,000 steps. By now I'm over 6,000. I was up to 17 flights of stairs, which by now I'd say I've easily hit 20 or 21. And I was at 2.36 miles, and I had already walked equivalently to 48 minutes. So by now I'd say I've walked closer to an hour. I might even be over 7,000 steps by now. Not positive. It's been so long since I've walked this trail, I forget just how many steps it is. So it might be 12,000 or 14,000, who knows. I'm not recalling though. And that's including if I walk the blue trail. But I'm foregoing the blue trail this time. I've put in a pretty good workout so far, and I'm feeling really good about it. So, and the blue trail's short. It's short. But that's an additional, like, 2,000 steps, something like that. So, I'll just rate and add that some other time. But yeah, I'm feeling really good about this walk. I'm looking down and I don't see my belly. I like that. Don't know how many times walking this trail I'd look down and I'd see my big gut bouncing every step and be so embarrassing. And now, like, my stomach is disappearing. I mean, I've still got a poof. It's still there. But it is so much smaller in comparison to how big it was last year. And I'm so tickled about that. And I'm looking forward to seeing what results will come by the end of the next 30 days. Alright, so I just looked at my Fitbit app, and I had just hit 7,000 steps when I opened it up. I'm up to 24 or 28 flights of stairs, 3 miles, over an hour, and I'm already over 1,000 calories. So even though it's not been that many steps yet, it has definitely been a calorie burner. Normally by this time, just my resting calorie burn, by this time I would only have about 500-600 calories. So yeah, but it's the stair climbing that really adds. It's the going up the slopes, the stepping and stuff, and that's what really burns the calories. You can walk on an average track, no hills or anything, and you not even burn that many calories in an hour walk. But you go on a nature trail with resistive hills, and you've got yourself some major calorie burning. I look forward to seeing what the total will be at the end of this hike. Like I said, it's been so long, I don't remember, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be back at Rithjens then. Alright, I am now here in the car, and according to the app, I'd done 9,564 steps, 38 flights of floors, and 4.5 miles, and 1,197 miles total, including my resting calories, 87 minutes worth of workout. Now, as it happens also that if I would have took the Blue Trail as well, that definitely would have took me over 10,000 steps, and definitely would have made the 5 miles. So yeah, they're right on their chart. It's about 5 miles. So it was a good workout. And the greatest thing of all, there was no paranormal activity, none at all. I actually felt good walking on that trail. So, yeah, I am very satisfied with the walk, and I will come right back at you after a while with my journey vlog.